Mom got sick with COVID. She started drinking my green juice, and it helped. Vitamins are cool, but it has nothing on minerals. This is what our body is made out of: zinc, iron, potassium, magnesium. When you tell your mommy, I am healed, I am beautiful, I am loved, I am strong, I am powerful, I am wise, and you believe it, well, I'm like this because it was a time where I wasn't like this. So I get in the elevator and get to screaming, ah! Get in my car, I scream, ah! He pulled the trigger and the gun jam. But she chased them, I chased her. We ain't got to do it right here, right now. You're not meant for no street life, bro. Not because you ain't the hardest, it's because I got better things for you. The ambulance got there with the fire department, and they went to my car, supposed to blow up, and it didn't. So I don't know what you do, but you know, you gotta thank God.
Listen now, a lot of us are sick or stressed or sick of being sick and stressed. However, we have Marcus Garvei on today to help us get our mind, body, soul, and spirit in a good place. In addition to juice, we're going to talk about key ingredients and how they help keep us healthy. We're also going to talk about sea moss, bladder, and burdock, the minerals that we should be getting in addition to just the vitamins. We're going to talk about diaphragmatic breathing. And we're going to get into some very deep spiritual stories that Marcus is going to share. So sit back, relax, and let me just say one thing for those watching. I messed up with my mic stand, and it's basically covering my face. So just pay attention to Marcus. Let's get into it. We are Annoying Vegans. I'm here today with Marcus.
Yes,
how do you pronounce your last name?
Garvey.
Garvey.
Yeah.
Okay. You are the owner of WD Mystics.
Yes, sir.
Co-owner of BAK or BAK
BAK
Entertainment.
Yeah.
Okay, and you are a thought leader or thought provider.
Thought, kind of a thought provoker. You know, kind of provoke people to use their mind, use their head, use their intelligence. You know, yeah, okay. like somebody on your shoulder, like, hey man, don't forget to tap in with yourself. You know, so that's me. Yeah.
And you're also, I would say, the guru of juice, of life, of spirituality, and health. You know, your name is Guru.
Well, what it is G rule, right? So the G stand for gymnastics, Genesis, pretty much. Yeah. So there's like a code knowledge. The G in a lot of ancient practices is like the number 7. And I was born on the 7th. So I incorporate the G rule, like G as in ruler, ruler of myself. You got 7 chakras, 7 days of the weeks. So the number 7 plays a major role in my life. In the Bible, it's the number of completion. God created the heavens and the earth in 7 days. So I was born on the 7th, so I take the G. Then my middle name, Garvey, that's a G, so I kind of play in between the G's and the 7. So that's how I came up with G Rule. So a lot of people think it's Guru, but it's like GRU, like the ruler of myself.
Gotcha. So what month were you born in?
November.
Okay,
yeah, so
November 7th. So what's that mean?
Scorpio.
Yeah. Got you. Yeah. You obviously use a lot of fresh fruits, vegetables sometimes. Do you have a favorite ingredient?
Oh, that's a good one. To be honest, lemons. Lemons and key limes are like my favorite.
Yeah.
Like I got a weird addiction with lemons. Like I've been there cutting up fruit and a lemon. I can eat a lemon whole.
I can too.
Yes. I
People think I'm crazy. They think I'm
you eating a lemon? Exactly. Lemon is probably my favorite ingredients. That's the way they smell. I like citrus. So besides lemons, I like oranges. I love me some oranges. That's probably my favorite fruit. I like seeded grapes, but I don't juice my grapes. I used to, and then I came into some knowledge that it's not really good to juice your grapes.
Really?
Yeah. Because what it do is when you juice your grapes, you're kind of getting rid of all the nutrition and it's just full of sugar. Oh, wow. So like say I'm dealing with like a patient that has cancer, I couldn't juice their grapes. So what I started doing is not juicing them at all, because you never know what somebody's dealing with. So I just took it out of my juice and then all together. Cause I used to put grapes in my Sebi Juice. And then like I'm constantly trying to learn different things, even when I'm juicing, I have like podcasts in my ear. I try to like learn my knowledge. So once I got into that knowledge, I said, damn. So I end up, doing some researches on it, find out that, it's just full of sugar when you juice your grapes.
Wow.
So I just stopped juicing them altogether.
That's interesting because the Sebi Juice is one of my favorites, and I know it for having grapes in there, so I didn't even realize the formula changed.
I took it out. Exactly. So I still eat them. It's good to eat them because grapes are wonderful, especially when it comes to healing. Cinnamon grapes, seeded grapes are wonderful for healing the body. It's not good to juice because you're just juicing just sugar. So that's what separates them. But it's cool to eat them whole. And then with the Sebi Juice, instead of using grapes now, I use like cucumbers. I substituted that for cucumbers.
I love cucumbers.
So cucumbers, to be honest, I never liked cucumbers.
Really?
I never liked them. But now,
Fresh.
now I got a thing for them. Now I put some like some tahini on it. And I eat them. But I had a weird, like, I didn't mess with cucumbers, but that's one of the top fruits when it comes to healing. Like, they part of the melon family. So like watermelons, cantaloupe, cucumbers. Cucumbers probably the most, I can't say the most healthiest fruit, but it's the most water dense fruit. It has the most water in it. So when you juice, the only thing got more juice, water than a cucumber is a coconut. So if you're looking for healing, cucumbers where it's at. Yeah. So I put cucumbers in 2 of my juices, the green juice and the Sebi juice now.
That kind of leads to a question I had. So it's the season where a lot of people are getting sick. So you've mentioned like coconut, cucumber, good for healing.
Yeah.
Would you recommend anything for preventative care? Like if people aren't sick, but in order to prevent getting sick, is there a particular set of like ingredients?
For sure. I would say you can't go wrong with like just making your own fruit juice. Either making your own or getting them, from myself. Other resources that make them fresh. Just stay on top of your fruit juice. Apples. The old saying, an apple a day keep the doctors away.
Yeah.
So I eat 1 apple a day at least. So I would say eat apples, cucumbers, coconut water, melons, like watermelons. It ain't watermelon season now, but when it does, watermelons, cantaloupe, yellow melons, also the berries. Berries are full of antioxidants, so you can't go wrong with blueberries, raspberries, strawberries. Can't go wrong with berries.
And I read that the darker the berry, the better.
Yeah.
The more antioxidants it has.
Pretty more antioxidants it has. Yeah, that's correct. Good for your blood.
That's why strawberries are the cheapest, but then you have to pay more for like wild blueberries.
Exactly.
That's how they get you.
Yeah, they get you. They kind of rule you in, because they know where the healing is at.
Yeah.
So they're gonna put their own price to it. And we just gotta be, so serious about our health. They be like, okay, man, I'm gonna do what it takes, and I'm gonna do it. Cause we gonna spend money on when we go out to eat. We're gonna spend a good bag.
Spend the money now. If you don't spend now, you're gonna spend it later in the hospital.
Yeah.
Right.
Man, the prescription medications are expensive.
Yeah.
They way more expensive than fruits.
Yeah.
So you might as well go ahead and get it in now. And then fruits it tastes good. Before you eat, before you go to bed, eat some pineapples. Like I come from a sweet tooth. Like I love to eat. I used to love to eat like cookies and ice. Like that's like my cheat.
Yeah.
So now what I do is I try to eat like pineapples, like something sweet, like a fruit that's sweet, like a sweet, but it's good for you. So pineapples are my go-to before I go to bed.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're not alone. A lot of people love sugar and sweet food. I personally don't. I've always like hated sugary foods.
Yeah, for real?
Yeah, I like salty, like nachos and popcorn. So I actually like celery.
Oh damn. Okay.
That's why I like cucumbers because they're kind of like a little bit more on the bland side, or
They are. They're not sweet at all. Yeah, it's something to get used to. You get used to them.
Yeah,
you get used to them. But they just cucumbers are amazing, man. Like when I started implementing it in my diet on the everyday things, I can tell the difference. I have more energy. It's full of H3O2. It's full of like a lot of structured water. So before I drink me just like a bottle of water, I go get me some green juice. It's full of cucumbers and it'll hydrate me quick. Or I go get some cantaloupe. I might not cantaloupe, but coconut water I really don't like the taste. But if I know that, like when the summer hit, I drink me some coconut water.
Yeah.
I get like the harvest fresh, I believe, the one that's like pink. I go get some of them because it'll hydrate you quick. Better than Gatorade.
Gotta get the pink one.
Exactly.
Pink one
you got it. You got to. Yes, sir.
What does WD mean? WD Mystics.
WD is like a acronym for warlock. Like at first, my business was, is it on here? Yeah, it was Warlock Mystics.
Oh, I didn't even. You know what? I didn't even notice that.
It was Warlock Mystics at first, you know, cause I'm very heavy in my alchemy and my occult studies, you know. So I implemented that, but I was talking to one of my partners, you know, it was a cousin of mine, and she hit me with like my marketing strategy, and she was like, well, you know, it's nothing wrong with your name, but you know, a lot of people are gonna get scared off just by the name, because when you get to looking up warlocks, they gonna think you like, this nigga a witch. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't want to scare people off, so I just shortened it down to WD. It sound more professional, you know, and you know, it leave me room to open up doors. You know, because at the end of the day, I still want to get it out to the public. I want to, you know, spread it out, and I don't want to limit myself just by, you know, a name, it being, you know, misunderstood before I have a chance to explain what it means. Right. Now, if I explain it to her and break it down, then it's like, oh, okay, I thought you was a witch, you know, but that's the stereotypes that most people have when it comes to certain words and certain things, you know, even with the warlock thing, you know, people thinking I'm talking about sorcery. No, really, I'm not. I'm just talking about me being an alchemist, me being in control of what I put in my body, you know, me transforming these fruits into fruit juices, me turning just regular old fruit to giving you a better explanation of why we use it, you know, because I'm taking people that really don't consume fruit, you know, people that's already on the wave and already just, you know how to eat clean, you know, that's a bonus. But the people who don't know nothing about healthy eating and they come to me for some healthy, like, man, say, I don't know nothing about fruit juices, I don't like fruits, you know what I'm saying, but I'm sick, they told me to call you, so I'm calling you. So for me to take them to not eating cucumbers, to drinking cucumber juice every day, you know, it does wonders for me. So to me, it's like magic, you know. So people will get the wrong connotation thinking about warlock and not thinking about the magic that's behind it. Sure. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, you know, because it's magical to me and to other people to heal off of fruit. Yeah, I can heal off of juice,
and it's like does feel like magic. It does feel like a miracle because it's not mainstream. Exactly. And I feel like when I'm chasing the juice, it feels like there's like some kind of like magic happening in my body. And I've shared the juice with people who aren't really healthy or don't really drink juice that much, and they all love it. I have not heard a single. And there's like 10, 20 people at this point. And it's so, there's no sugar in it. It's all just completely natural. It tastes better than any other juice. A lot of other juices, even they add a little bit of sugar. It's still like, I can taste it. I can tell. And this is great.
I don't like that, you know, because a lot of people, you know, I'm not here to even just throw people on the bus, but I have known people to like, you know, add you know, sugar to it, you know, just for they want to sweeten up the taste. Because sometimes, depending on how you mix the fruit, it won't be as sweet, you know. But that's why I use pineapple. I use pineapples are my natural sweeteners, you know. And then if you could combine the key limes and the lemons and the ginger a certain way, that tastes enhance everything else. You know, certain you can mix you can blend certain flavors together and they kind of pull from each other. You know, so I think that's why I say the warlock, you know, I know how to blend certain things to bring out the taste, you know, so it's just, I enjoy doing that, you know. I'm thinking about making a couple more flavors. It's just I be so busy with the flavors I already have that I don't be having time to do it, but I do want to experiment with, you know, I want to get a little bit deeper.
I was going to ask you about that. How do you come up with the formula? Is it just like trial and error?
It is. The first formula I had, you know, it was a partner of mine. You know, she ended up coming with the formula, and we used it for a little bit. But then I started learning, I started learning different things, and I started to, okay, let me take this out and put this in. Let me take this out because I don't want to use that. Let me put this in. So I kind of restructured that formula. But you know, that was like my base. My second formula was my turmeric juice. And I was dealing with like acid reflux real bad. So I want to make a juice for acid reflux. So I just got to looking up different things that help with acid reflux. So I said, okay, that's going to be too strong on the taste. So I ended up blending it myself. And I went in the kitchen, man, and had the fruit in mind as far as the benefits goes. And said, well, hell, how can I fill it in, you know, and mix certain fruits together to make it taste good, but also keep the same benefits structure going. So that was just research. You know, research. My Beetle Juice came from one of my clients. She was dealing with like menstrual, like menstrual issues, and she pulled up on me. She had got like a gallon of green juice, and she said, "Say, bro, I'm having troubles with my periods, and I heard that beets help, so I need you to make me some Beetle Juice." So I said, "Damn, okay." And I listened, and I heard it the first time she said it, and I'm like, all right, and I kind of like shoot it off a little bit. I was like, man, I don't want to do that right there. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm focused on my 2 flavors that I already got. She pulled up me again like a month later, and she was like, bro, you know what I'm saying? I really need that juice. So I said, all right, bro, I go ahead and make it for you. So I got to researching, you know, things to go with beets real well, like mesh with it. And then like one thing kept coming up was oranges, like citrus. So they were like grapefruits, oranges, lemons. So I didn't want to use grapefruits because grapefruit's like a taste that not everybody can get with. You know, oranges on the other hand is something that you can blend real well. So I got to looking at other stuff. You know what I'm saying? Looking at, okay, what benefits can I add if I'm gonna use it for menstruals? What is a menstrual? It's full of blood. So I need to make this juice just great for the blood altogether. Whether it's menstruals, whether it's high blood pressure, I need to make something that's good for blood. Start adding the melons, the cantaloupes, you know, I got the apples. I use apples as my base just because apples are one of the most healing fruits that you can get. You can eat every day. You know what I'm saying? Not too many people going to eat a pineapple every day. Yeah. You know, not cutting it. Not too many people feel like peeling an orange every day. But an apple is just so easy.
So easy.
Wash
you take in your bag.
Exactly. You know, so I use that as my base. And shit, by the time I knew it, I gave her, I have like test subjects. You know, so I have people that deal with certain things. And I say, hey, man, you know, I'm going to give you like a week's supply of juice. You know, I know you're dealing with high blood pressure, you're dealing with low blood pressure, you're dealing with diabetes. I want to give you a week of juice. You let me know how these juices do you every day. And that's how I build up, you know, my benefits of the juice. Because I think it's doing one thing, and they'll come and say, yeah, it did that, but it really helped me right here. It helped me with this, you know. So a lot of people tell me what my juice do for them, and that's how I get the benefits. And I write them down like, okay, bet, let's know this. So I know that's good for this. So let me get like 2 or 3 people that have diabetes. Let me get 2 or 3 people that have sickle cells. 2 or 3 people that have high blood pressure. 2 or 3 people that deal with anemia. 2 or 3 people deal with acid reflux. Like different things. And I do tests on them. I run like clinical studies. So reading and studying is one thing, but it means nothing if you don't go apply it in the real world. You know, so I take my knowledge, I give me a couple people, had them test some things out, and that's how I know. You know, like when my mom got sick with COVID, you know, when COVID first hit, she started drinking my green juice, and it helped her get over COVID. So that's how I knew, like, damn, it might help with COVID. So I got a couple more people like, hey, man, you sick? Come over here, try this right here. And I was giving my juices away at first, and then went from that to me selling it for $5. Went from $5 to now we at, I think I went to 10 at first, and then I didn't like, you know, I just want to, if the economy is messed up now, you know what I'm saying? So I recently, last year, I dropped my prices. You know what I'm saying? I kind of dropped them all down a little bit just to be more reasonable for people to come and have easy access. You know, even though I took a blow, you know, it's all good. I want the message to get out there. I want it to really help people, you know? So if I can help you save on $1, you know, because I know how expensive it get, I don't mind doing it.
I think everybody appreciates that.
Yeah.
A man of the people.
Yeah. I try to be, bro. You know what I'm saying? I try because my name is Marcus Garvei. You know, so he was like a strong figure in the community. You know, so I always had that name to live up in. You know, and I have not always lived up to the name. So doing this or just using my voice to tell people, hey, man, you know, it's another way to think. That's why I call myself a thought provoker. I don't want to call myself a thought leader, you know, because I'm not here to lead. You know, I'm just here to try to make you think a little bit, you know, make you think outside the box. I'm not here to change what you believe in. I'm not here to change your religion. I'm not even here to change how you think. I mean, or what you think about. I just want to change how you think about it. Like, it's okay to have that thought, but also know it's another thought over here. Give yourself time to think fully versus off impulse. You know, because we got a lot of impulsive thinker. Like, they get disrespected. You be in traffic and you yell, fuck, I'm in traffic. It's slowing me down. I got a meeting to go to. I'm late. I'm here to say, well, you know, if you want traffic in your way, it could be blocking you from something. So if you got to detour and go another route, don't be mad because you have to go another route. Be thankful that you got saved from whatever was in front of you. Because sometimes we can't foresee the future. But, you know, you got the Most High, you got God, you got your ancestors. They're going to protect you. So they might throw a fork in the road for you to go right. Because if you done went left, you would have had a car wreck.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's just me. That's what I feel like that's my purpose on life. Is to just, you know, kind of awaken people and give people like another avenue to do things.
Yeah, like if it was meant to be, it would happen. Like if you were meant to stay on that road, you would
Right.
stay on that road. Otherwise, you're going off on a detour for a reason.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I fully agree.
It's like everyday life too. You know, sometimes your life might not be going. You might have a like I was at Ann's. You know, I was at Ann's for like 4 years. You know, some things happened unfortunately. You know, I had some the wrong people around me. You know what I'm saying? And they kind of messed up what I had going at the Ann's. And I kind of took a step back and was like, man, it's kind of messed up that I put myself in this situation by having certain people around me. Now I'm looking at it like, you know, it's a blessing between everything, you know, and served its purpose. And when I lost that contract, other blessings got to pouring in. So I said, okay, maybe I served my time there. Now it's time for me to adapt and pivot and move another way so I can get these, you know what I'm saying, blessings another way. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes you'll get moved and your plan is not the plan. It's just part of the plan.
Yes.
You know, so.
And it served its purpose
Exactly.
in your life.
Exactly.
So do you not sell at Ann's anymore?
No, I don't sell the ants no more.
Where are they sold?
I'm more so like direct to consumer now.
Gotcha.
So I do like deliveries. You know, it won't probably be me delivering. I probably have somebody else come deliver it for me. You know, I do pickups. So you want to come pick up, and that's cool too. You know, you want to
Like me.
yeah, exactly. You know, if you want to order through Uber, you know, have that delivered that way. You know, so I do like just direct to the consumer now. Now I will be at another store. You know, soon. It's just I'm kind of. You have to be just everything has to flow right. You know, I want it to be okay with the people. You know, because sometimes you'll put your product in the store and they'll upsell it.
Yeah.
You know, and they'll upsell it so much you'll be like, damn, who gonna drink that juice? Who gonna drink a $15 juice? You know?
Yeah, that's my co-host had said that too because I was raving about your juice and he's like, oh, but it's so expensive, and I'm like, yeah, but it's worth it, you know. But yeah, I think that's a common response.
Exactly. And I try to have it local. Like I know people that sell, you know, so I'm selling for $10, $12. When I was in Ann's sold them for $12 at one location. They sold them for $11 at one location, and then sometimes they fluctuated between 13 and 14. So I was like, you know, that's kind of steep. You know, me myself, you know, they $8, but it's those 2 for 15, 3 for 20. Had like I do deals, you know. And if you just really talk to me about your budget, like say, man, you know, I really ain't got it like that. I only got this. I'll work around it. You know, I try to make it reasonable so you can consume it. You know, but at the same time, I try to tell people that coming to get 1 or 2 juices, you know, it's gonna quench your thirst. But if you want some healing and you want to get like a life chunk, I want my juice to be a everyday type of thing. Yeah. You know, I want you to get like a half gallon, a 6-pack, a case, a gallon, so you can sip on it. You know, you can sip on it through the week, get week supplies of it, so you won't have to not only waste your gas going back and forward, but you can just reap the full benefit of it and say, okay, this is the benefits from it. If I'm gonna drink lemonade, if I'm gonna drink some stuff that's full of sugar, that's really gonna be detrimental to my health that I don't even know it, why not give this a chance and see how I feel about it? Yeah. If I deal with anemia, when I get something that I can drink every day that helps me with my anemic, you know, if I deal with high blood pressure, well, I'm gonna be sticking myself, then go back and eat some chicken, and then go do this, and then go stick myself again. Why not just go with the juice and lower that down so I can get off this medication? You know, because that's the goal, you know, so I just try to put that into people's ear. You know, if you really want to drink this juice, use it for the right reason. You know, do it to benefit your life, not just to get a quick fix right quick.
Well, I want to get into the flavors, but before we do that, I just want to make a PSA. If you are getting value from this conversation so far, hit the like button and please subscribe. All right.
Best to subscribe. Gotta subscribe for sure.
So we've got purple rain, watermelon, apple, gala apples, pineapples, blueberry, all the berries basically. Blueberry, strawberry, blackberry, ginger, lemons, and elderberry. What is the benefit of purple rain specifically?
The purple rain is real good for antioxidants. You know, so it's full of berries. You know, it's full of good antioxidants, good for your immune system. So, cause it got elderberry syrup, and all my juices are infused with sea moss, bladder, wrack, and burdock. So I mix my sea moss with bladder, wrack, and burdock because when you just use sea moss by itself, it only has like 92 minerals, I believe. When you add burdock and bladder, wrack, it has the full 102. And the only other place you can get that from is like from breast milk, you know. And sometimes I even add, like if I have a client that has like a certain, like they have high blood pressure, you know, I might even sneak another herb in there, you know, just because I know like, if I tell them they might back away, so I'm gonna add some kelp. You know, I'm been sneaking kelp in a few of my juices because of the weather outside. So I add some kelp, I add some yellow dock. You know, I add some red clover. You know, I experiment with different herbs to put into it just for the healing purposes. But you know, the purple rain will be great for, like I say, your blood flow. It's good for your immunity. You know, when COVID first hit, those are juices I was putting people on was a green juice and a purple juice to help them beat, you know, the viruses. You know, getting that excess mucus out your body and stuff. Yeah.
They should have contacted you in 2020. Like the
And
world, the government.
They should have.
the leaders.
Yeah.
Okay, so Sebi Juice, obviously that's named after Dr. Sebi. So not grapes anymore. Gala apples, blueberries, oranges, ginger, lemon, and sea moss, of course. What's the key benefit of the Sebi Juice?
Hydration. I add cucumbers in it as well now.
Okay,
You know, so
cool.
the key to that is hydration, but it's also good for your bones as well. So about a year ago, I had fractured my ankle. Broke my what they call it, a fibula. Broke my fibula. And I use Sebi Juice and my senso beans to help repair my bones. You know, but
What are the setso beans? What is that?
yeah, the senso beans, it got a saw palmetto in it. It got yohimbe. It got horny goat weed, fenugreek, ashwagandha. It's one more herb I mentioned, ginseng.
And how do people consume it? They just
It's a capsule. Yeah, it's a capsule. I would say like 2 capsules a day. Yeah, so it's good for bones. It's also good for blood flow. It's good for it's like a natural aphrodisiac, and it also gives you like an energy boost. You know, it's like a natural coffee. You know, you get 2 of them in a day, you don't even want no coffee.
wow.
Yeah, and it no crash either. You know, you just give you just a blood flow. You know, open up your veins, have your blood flow easily from your heart to your feet to your brain. Yeah.
I'll look into that. I actually fractured my ankle in September 2020. I wasn't living here at the time, but if I was, I would have definitely benefited from the Sebi Juice. Beetle Juice.
Beetle juice, Beetle juice, Beetle juice.
Cantaloupe, gala apples, oranges, pineapples, beets, sour sop, lemons, and sea moss. I think you described it earlier with the client.
And it's good for like cancer cells as well. You know, it got sour sop leaves in it. You know, I kind of boil my sour sop leaves like in a tea, and I like pour it over it. You know, so it's kind of like a mixture of tea and juice. So that's what's so special about my beet juice. You know, not too many people know that. This is probably my first time even saying it. You know, but yeah, I kind of boiled it, put some sour sop in it. That's like kill cancer properties. Wow. Good for blood flow. That's also good for like high blood pressure as well.
That's my current favorite one. My favorite one was a solar Plexus. We'll get into that in a little bit. But right now it's the Beetle Juice, and the color is just beautiful. Like that beautiful pink, red, like
reddish
like hot pink or whatever.
Yes.
But it's beautiful.
I love it when the sun hit it. Like I love taking pictures of it. Like I love taking pictures of that juice because it just looks refreshing.
Yeah.
You know, and I got a video. I ain't posted a video yet, but it's some kids. You know, that's one of my first juice I put them on. You know, some kids should be run around in the apartments. And they used to play football with my boys, you know what I'm saying? And one day they came to the door, they were like, man, I want some juice. I'm thirsty. So I ended up giving them some beet juice. And I didn't think they was gonna like it. You know, so I'm just giving them something, and they loved it. Like he loved it so much he thought I put something in it. He was like, You put some in there today. You got my stomach. Like I gotta use the restroom. I said, what you been eating today? I bet you ate some bad stuff. He said, I just ate hot chips all day. So I said, that's what it's gonna do. It's about to clear you out. That's pretty much what it's doing. So you about to get flushed out. The next day he came. The next day he came after that, and he was coming every day since until we moved. You know what I'm saying? He was coming getting juice. You know, I can't wait to share that video. It's amazing.
You gave him out for Halloween too, didn't you?
Yeah. Yeah, I gave him Halloween
That's
too.
beautiful.
Yeah.
That's what the kids need, not M&Ms and Reese's.
Yeah.
They need that.
Yeah, some good fruits. Yes, sir.
So the golden child, Gala apples, spinach, ginger, lemon, pineapples, mangoes, sea moss, and chlorophyll.
Yeah.
So what do people get from the golden child?
Now, I would say the golden child is like a all around juice. It's good for your immune system. It's good for your energy. Like that's one thing that I like about it for myself is it's great for your energy. It's also like a mucus buster. So any kind of excess mucus you have, if you can't stop blowing your nose, or if you got so much mucus that it won't come out, use some golden child. Golden child gonna flush you out. Great for fatigue. If you're fatiguing, like have low on energy, low on like you're always cold, your iron deficiency, green juice. Green juice is great for your iron, good for your blood, good for energy. Also good with men dealing with like libido because there's a blood flow, so it helps with that as well.
Gotcha. I mean, I don't mind spinach, but I love the golden child. You can't even really taste it that much. It's pretty like it has a nice balance of sweetness. Yeah. And then the beetle juice, I don't even really like tea that much by itself. I think it's too bland and boring. But I love the juice. Just kind of like if that's a way to get me to drink those ingredients,
right?
Then absolutely.
Right.
All right. So the last one here: solar plexus, yellow dragon fruit, turmeric, Honeycrisp apples, mangoes, pineapples, lemon, and sea moss.
That's my favorite.
I mean,
that's my favorite.
It's definitely up there. It's one of my favorites.
Yeah, that's my and it's my favorite because when I made the juice, I made it for me. You know, dealing with my acid reflux. You know, so I made it just dealing with me. And I figured out that a lot of people were dealing with it as well. You know, my girlfriend, she was like, you know, I like your solar plexus juice because, you know, I don't like orange juice, and it put me in the mind of orange juice in the morning when you drink it. But there's no oranges in it. Yeah. You know, it's just full of vitamin C. Yeah. You know, it's also good. It's a prebiotic. It's a prebiotic and a probiotic. So I call it my solar plexus because it's great for gut health. So if you're trying to lose weight, or you deal with like parasites in your stomach, or deal with acid reflux, or any type of constipation, any type of thing to go with your stomach, it's great for it. It gives your stomach prebiotics and probiotics.
And it looks like orange juice, even though it's not.
Yeah, so it messes with your mind a little bit, you know. And then that one has like it's two of my juices that have extra herbs in it. That's off the back. Like that one has turmeric added onto it. So the turmeric does wonders for inflammation. You know, so it's good for inflammation. If you have swollen ankles, too much fluid, you know, inside your bones and stuff like that, it'll help clear that out. You know, then my elderberry juice, they got elderberry added on to it. That's what is great for your immune system too. Yeah.
Well, most of our listeners are around the DFW area, but we do have some folks who listen from or watch from out of state. So, I mean, this is helpful to know if you're ever visiting.
Yeah. And I ship too.
You ship?
I ship, man. Like I finally got my ship. When I first started, it's like I couldn't get the balance. Like I didn't know how much dry ice to put in it, how long to freeze it. So I was shipping them to New York. They were like, oh man, like out of 12 bottles, only 6, you know, stayed in place. The other 6 broke. So I finally got my shipping down as far as my packaging, my boxes. I know what boxes they use now. So I got that down packed. So I've been shipping all week. You know, thank you.
That's amazing.
Yes. So that's another way I want to spread out. You know, is through the shipping. You know, so I got a couple things in the work. You know what I'm saying that we're working on. Yes, sir. If
I fractured my ankle, if I knew about and you had shipping in place, I definitely would have ordered some Sebi Juice.
For sure, yeah. Cause like you got to put the medicine inside the candy. So a lot of people used to it's fruit juice that's real good for like the taste, right? My fruit juice is for the taste, but it's majority for the healing. So I want people to, you know, you like putting the medicine inside the candy because I thought he was about to come up here, about to get on camera. My son, come here. What's your favorite juice I make? The Beetle Juice. What about the green juice?
Indica juice.
Them are your favorites, right? Because the green juice, he had like he deal with asthma. He used to deal with asthma real bad, so he had a lot of fluid on his lungs. So I started putting him on green juice, and I seen him spit it out. Like you used to see the fluids come out. I said within the first year of him drinking green juice, he went from having asthma to like, oh yeah, he don't need no asthma pump. Okay, he don't need, insulation no more, because I put him on the green juice. Now here and there, we deal with it because me and his mom, we're not together. So he going from back and forth from two different homes. So every now and then he'll have like an episode. But when I get him, I don't even use the kit. I give him some juice and he be good the whole time. So you gotta put the medicine in the candy. If kids can't drink it, then it ain't real juice.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because the kids is where it's at.
If it's kid approved, then it's good.
For sure.
So why should we consume sea moss? I feel like we hear a lot about sea moss. We know it's healthy, and I include myself in this. I don't really know. I know I should have it, but I don't really know why. So I know sea moss is in all of your juice.
Yeah.
Why should the general public consume more sea moss?
Sea moss is good. Don't get me wrong. Sea moss is great. Sea moss is not like the best herb. It's not like, get sea moss and forget everything else. Sea moss is just a herb that it is easy for me to mix it inside of a juice and not have a strong taste. Like personally, I feel like kelp is better than sea moss when it comes to like healing, right? But kelp is strong on the taste. So if you put it in the juice, you're gonna know it's in there. It ain't no hiding it. You can try it. Like when I use kelp now, I put it in my beet juice because my beet juice have like a strong taste to it. So I can blend it with the oranges and the beets and be like, okay, it tastes kind of. And when people already think beet juice, they already think you're gonna be tasting kind of bitter. So adding kelp, it won't really throw it off too much. But if I add kelp in like my turmeric juice or my Sebi juice, you gonna be like, what you do? What you do to this juice? But the healing properties are amazing. Sea moss is easy to blend as far as taste wise. Cause when you put them in juice, you can't taste it. But to me, sea moss is not really nothing if you don't add bladder, wrack, and burdock root to it. Because I don't deal with like mono healing, like just healing one thing of the body. I like to heal a lot of things at one time. So when you combine certain herbs, like yellow dock is like one of those herbs where you put some yellow dock and you got some cloves and you got some red clover. Yellow dock is like a bonding herb. So you're gonna take both of those benefits and properties and you're gonna bond them together so you can receive both of them versus one. Like when turmeric is nothing without black pepper. If you don't add black pepper to the turmeric, it doesn't activate it. Yeah, so your blood won't take it. The bloodstream won't take it. So you have to add black pepper to it for it to bind to your system. So I like adding sea moss, bladder wrack, and burdock root because it binds natural and it also gives an extra boost to your blood. Because burdock is a bad herb. Like that's like one of the baddest herbs you can get as far as blood goes. So you're dealing with cancer, high blood pressure, low blood pressure, sickle cell, anemia, you're going to go straight to burdock root. Then you add bladder wrack onto it, which is another herb good for blood flow. Then you put sea moss with it. Sea moss is just a herb it's from the sea, so it's like, it's one of those seaweeds that filters the ocean. It helps the ocean clean its system. So, our body is full of water. We 85% water. So imagine what it's gonna do to our body. It's gonna help filter things out. It's gonna give us good for the blood. It's good for our heart. It's good for providing minerals to our body. Because a lot of people think vitamins is where it's at. So we grow up and we like, oh, mom, I need to take me some vitamins. Vitamins are cool, but it has nothing on minerals. Minerals is what our body is made out of. We're made out of minerals: zinc, iron, potassium, magnesium. This stuff we need every day to help us sleep good, to help us heal, to help us, help us with fatigue, help with our mucus, So you need more minerals than anything, and sea moss give you 92 of those minerals.
That's amazing. They always say vitamins and minerals. They should say minerals and vitamins.
Yeah, it should say minerals and vitamins. Because vitamins are good, don't get me wrong, but minerals are something else, So you get your vitamins for your fruit. I don't believe in taking like supplements for your vitamins. You get it straight from the fruit or your juice. You know, you ain't got to take no B12 or no vitamin K. You know, in supplements. You know, you just know what fruit has this vitamin in it. What fruit has this in it? I'm gonna go get the fruit and I'm gonna consume the fruit versus just taking these supplements that sometimes is full of sand anyway.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know if you heard, but like a lot of these supplement companies have been getting sued lately because instead of giving you herbs, they're giving you placebos. You know, they're giving you sand because you tell somebody, hey man, you know, this gonna make you feel good, and you get in their head, they think they feeling good, you know, and in terms, you know, they probably do feel good, but it's not from the supplement. It's just because you're telling your body that this gonna work, so it works. You know, that's how strong we are as warlocks, you know, as magicians, you know, because we can tell our mind one thing and our body's gonna follow because we already told ourselves that it's true.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm healed. That's why affirmations are so important because it tells your body what to think because your body don't know. It's just going by whatever your mind think. You know, your body ain't got no eyes. You know what I'm saying? It's what it got your mind for. So you telling your mind, man, I am healed, I am beautiful, I am loved, I am strong, I am powerful, I am wise, and you believe it. Oh, your body gonna say, this is what I am.
I ask you how you stay so grounded and calm, and I can gather that with the affirmations you do. And I think I remember seeing your response to somebody, and you said that you kind of have like a ritual when you're making the juice where you light some Palo Santo and or sage. Today, it's such a challenge, at least for me, to filter out the external. A lot of people are affected by what they see in the media and on the news, and they're kind of like regurgitating that out, and there's negativity. It's a challenge to filter that out, especially like if you're traveling or if you're like family or friends don't have the same mindset. Do you ever experience that where your surroundings kind of get in the way of your mindset?
Oh, yes, man. And what I tell people to do is, you know, when they going through like a time in their life, the first step is understanding it's happening for you, not to you. You know, a lot of people got a why me attitude. I'm like, shit, why not?
Yeah.
Like, what's success without sacrifice? Like, how you gonna get anywhere in life? Like, even when you're working out, you go to the gym, right? When you working out, if you have no resistance, you build no muscle, you build no strength. You gotta have something going against you for you to gain that strength, right? Now, same thing applies to life. If you're not going through anything in your personal life, how do you get stronger in life? You know, how do you become smarter and wiser? How do you adapt? How do you foresee? So I'm like this because it was a time where I wasn't like this. It was a time where I used to lose my shit. You know what I'm saying? I used to spaz out. You know, I used to, you know, say I be at work, you know, I get in the elevator and get to screaming, in the elevator, you know, but I'd rather get it out than hold it in. You know, I didn't know what to do. I get in my car, I scream, and I go crazy, you know. So I remember the times where I wasn't in control of myself, you know, and I let my addictions, I let the demon inside of me control myself, you know. So, you know, I used to do like pills and bars and ecstasy and all type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? I used to live a life of it wasn't so peaceful. You know, I used to, you know, fight a lot, you know, tote guns, shoot, you know what I'm saying? Just regular activity that came from my environment, my neighborhood. You know, I always had a mother that was deep in the church. So she always give me jewels, you know, on you know, talk to God, you know, or read this scripture and do this. So that's how I started off my spiritual journey. It started off in the church. And I just got to learning different things about the church. And then I kind of enhanced it, looked outside the church and started finding, you know, Buddha and finding different, you know, Hindu guys and different Egyptian guys. And like, damn, when I sit back and look at Allah and things like that, I see how we all under one umbrella. We all bickering amongst ourselves about religion, but spiritually, we're all connected. It all makes sense. So, yeah, it was just me going through certain things in my life, you know, and I used to have, like, you know, a gang of dudes around me. You know what I'm saying? I used to run with, like, a little posse, a little clique, whatever. And I used to see how I was a leader out of my group, but at the same time, I was actively going through stuff myself. So I needed a big brother too. I needed somebody to tell me certain things, and I didn't have that. So my dad was very inspirational in my growing up. Marcus Garvey was. Religion and spirituality, and some I take a little bit from everybody. Like I tell people, when I was 12 years old, a blind man taught me how to see. He was blind. I used to go to the store. I wasn't 12. I'm lying. I was probably like 16, 17. I used to go to the store and I couldn't get no cigars. So I stand in front of the store and say, man, can you go give me a cigar? I'll give you $1. So one time I went to the store and it was a blind man, just posted. And, I'm not paying him no attention. I'm just walking. And the first thing he said was, man, hey, brother, say King, let me come here and tell you something. And when he said it, it caught my attention because he's blind. So I'm thinking, like, how the hell you know I'm a dude? You know what I'm saying? Like, I haven't said nothing. And he pretty much told me, he was like, man, I always remember. He told me that, things happen for you, not to you. So don't try not to hold things on your heart. Try to learn how to communicate your feelings. Learn how to love this world. Learn how to listen with your eyes and see with your ears. You have to learn how to use all your senses because God has blessed us with more than one gift. And if you focus on one gift, you're gonna forget everything else that God has taught us. So at the time he told me that, I was going through something tough in my life where it was similar to that. I felt like, I was a leader, but I needed help too. Yeah. So when he told me that, it was like, okay, you know what I'm saying? Maybe I'm here for a purpose that's bigger than me, bigger than my understanding. So I have to just go roll with the punches. And he said, if you roll with the punches, the jabs will hurt a little bit less. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I said, damn.
Did you ever read the 4 Agreements?
Yeah.
The communicate your feelings reminds me of be impeccable with your word.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Same. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
And the whole leader needing to be led in a certain way, it reminds me of your strong friends. Like they say, check on your strong friends. Like everybody needs to be checked on. We're human, right? Yeah. We're just not. We may appear strong, like the leaders in the world, but we are human and we need help too.
Yeah. Exactly. So it's like what I do, I lean on, like I said, I grew up in the church, so now I just lean on my faith. I lean on my spiritual. That's why I'm so heavy in my practices, because I can't expect man to come in and catch me if I'm falling. If I put my faith in a higher power, then the higher power will send somebody to help me. For example, and I wonder if she's gonna come in. She taking all day. But me and my girl was chilling. We was talking in our talking stage, and I was at her house, and my car, somebody came and hit my car in front of her apartments. So when I walked outside, my car was gone. So I thought somebody stole it, and I just bought this car. I bought this car like 3-4 months ago. So I'm like, man, what the hell? Somebody stole my car. Called the police. Police were like, yeah, it looked like somebody stole your car. So I said, well, we need to find it, right? So they said, we'll put a search out for whatever the case is. 2 days later, they called me and they was like, well, it wasn't stolen. Somebody just crashed into your car. You know what I'm saying? And, nothing we can do about it because their insurance don't cover it because their car was stolen. But it wasn't stolen. One of their sons took it for a joyride and he ended up losing control and crashed my car. I crashed into my car. But the first day, I was so stressed because I was like, bro, I just had a wreck. I was just in a wreck like 6-8 months prior to that. You know what I'm saying? And I went like 3 or 4 months without a car, and then finally got the settlement from the wreck, took that money and bought me a car. 3 months later, it got total again. So I'm sitting here looking like 2 wrecks in 1 year. Like, what am I doing wrong? Like, what am I doing as a person that's not, like, I feel like I'm on a positive path. None of this bad stuff happened to me when I was out here in the streets. You know what I'm saying? But now it's just, and I remember she came in. It was day number 1. I had texted her. I told her what happened. She said, man, just try not to stress. Don't try not to worry. And I said, shit, okay. You know what I'm saying? Because, you don't want to show people that think you strong that you weak. You know what I'm saying? So I said, okay. And I stayed at the house and had a moment. I didn't make no juice all day. Like, I was really in my feelings. And she came in and she said, come on, come around me real fast. And I said, all right. And she took me and bought me another car.
Wow.
Like the same day. And like I said, me and her weren't together. We weren't in a relationship. We was just talking, right? And her words was, I was just talking about you.
We're talking about you. She just walked in.
You know, her words were, she was like, I know this is what you do. You know, this is your livelihood.
Yeah.
You know, and you know, you need your car
Yeah.
to do what you do to help people. So you help me, I want to help you because you help so many people. So it's only right that somebody helps you. You know what I'm saying? So I was like,
That's so beautiful.
you know what I'm saying?
I'm so happy for the both of you.
Yeah, yeah, and
That's a beautiful
that was powerful. And
Yeah.
and one of my friends told me, he was like, man, nobody would have did that. You know what I'm saying? He's like, nigga, that's something that women in this days and age and time, they don't do that. You know what I'm saying? They ain't about to come out their pocket $2,000 for a dude they just talking to.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I ain't paying no bills in the house. I'm not doing nothing. You know what I'm saying?
She knew your soul, and she knew who you were as a person.
So that's why I go back and double back and say, I put my faith in a high power,
Yeah.
and what the high power gonna do is gonna bring people in my life that's for me, not just for the moment, but it's really for my mental health, my heart chakra. You know, some people that can pour into me. You know, so and it happened vice versa because I do it when I'm driving. I might see a homeless man. I keep like dollars in my glove compartment, you know, just for homeless people. So when I pull up to them, you know, I see people, nobody giving nobody dollars. And I say, man, it's crazy. I'm going to give you $1. You know what I'm saying? Because I want you to pay it forward. You know, I want to, it's no point of me I just want to get some money, man. I don't want to get some money if I'm not helping nobody else get no money. If I don't help people, how am I going to get help? That's why the heart chakra, when it comes to the chakras, that's why the heart is green, right? And I say, well, how do you think you get your abundance? You don't get it being greedy. You don't get it being selfish. You get it by giving. You know, so whenever I'm low on money or low on funds or low on my spirit, I look for stuff to give to people, you know, because it activates energy in the world. So if I'm passing you this dollar and I got great energy and great intentions to it, and I say, hey, man, I'm intentional with this dollar, you know, man, do well, man, God bless you, you know, and they always give you words back, you know, and you'll never know what you might learn a lesson from the blind dude.
Yeah.
You never know who you can learn from. So I treat the janitor like I treat the CEO.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? At all times, you know, and that's paying it forward, and that's being faithful. Faith is not always how many Bible scriptures you can read. How much of the Quran do you know? How much you can judge? I get into people all the time being judgmental. And brothers be wise. Like it's just Israelite that me and him always have words with each other. I keep trying to say, bro, me and you believe in the same thing. We might look at it in different type of lenses, but we're all the same thing. You just a little bit more, it's my way or no way.
Yeah.
If you're an Israelite, you ain't nobody. Me, I understand the occultness of religion. I understand spirituality. I understand that Asia might not read the Bible because Jesus don't look like him. So he don't go to Buddha. And I know my brother might not go to Buddha because like, who is Buddha don't look like me.
Yeah.
But the whole concept is still the same. Thou shalt not judge. Thou shalt love. Thou shalt pay it forward. All religion says the same thing. You know, they got different contexts about it. It's different politics about it. But for the most part, if you out here saying, oh, you don't believe what I believe in, so you ain't right, then we ain't never gonna get nowhere in life. You know, so my spirituality I take serious. That's why I sage before I juice.
I love that.
You know, I wash my hands before I juice because not only because of germ wise, but energy wise.
Yeah.
I might had a fight with my old lady. I might got mad at my little boy. I might had a bad day. But what I don't want to do is come in here and pour my same intentions.
Into the juice that someone else will consume.
You know what I'm saying? And think about it, they might not even consume it. They might not even, or I might not sell no juice that day because my energy is so tainted that why I'm gonna bring people to you and you're not even blessed by what you already have.
Yeah.
Why bring you 2 customers? Why bring you 20 customers and you're not satisfied with 2 customers?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like if you here for healing, the amount of people that come shouldn't matter. You should heal whoever you heal, and the rest you build it, they gonna come.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I take what I do very serious, man. Like very serious. I like to say, I like to speak over it. Yeah. Like grandma when she cooking, I like to say this juice is healing. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? This shall cover their wounds. You know what I'm saying? By the wounds they are healed. You know, that's an old Bible scripture that my granny used to pour into me. You know what I'm saying? By his wounds, they are healed. Because in Christianity, you know, Jesus sacrificed his life for us, right? So by his wounds, we was healed. So what I do is I heal people with juice. So I say by the wounds, they are healed.
Yeah.
So I'm pouring this juice into your wounds. You know, I'm pouring this love into your wounds so you are healed. I'm already gonna speak affirmation over it. I'm already gonna program the juice to do what it needs to do. You know, so
That's why I feel so good when I drink it.
Yeah.
Like mentally even, you know? And I'm an empath, so I can resonate with like wanting to help other people, even if you don't get anything back or even if you don't get appreciated back.
Yeah.
I can feel if something made someone's day, like if something I did helped brighten someone's day, even if they don't show it.
Yeah.
You know? And that's why I love helping people too.
Yeah. And then sometimes they got to sit on it too.
Yeah.
Like sometimes you'll tell somebody something and they'll be going through it in their head so it don't register right then and there. Weeks down the line, months down the line, it'll click. They be like, God damn, he did tell me that.
Yeah.
They do click. So, you know, never stop pointing to people. You know, never stop giving your 2 cents. Now, it's a time and place for everything. You know, sometimes like if somebody grieving, you don't go up there and be like, oh man, it's gonna be okay. You know what I'm saying? They're in the heavenly, right? They're in heaven. Don't be up. Right. Because it's certain things they don't want to hear. You know what I'm saying? You just be there. You know what I'm saying? I'm here for you if you need my help.
Yeah.
Now, over the course of time, that's when you slowly pour into them. You build them up, but you gotta let them have their moment. Sometimes you gotta let people fall. You can't catch everybody. You know, you gotta let them fall, and you just be there to help them build themselves up.
Yeah, and that's important for you too, because
Yeah.
if somebody doesn't want to be helped, you can't help them.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Don't because that energy gonna rub off on you too. Because in your head you can be like, man, I've been trying to help him, but I'm saying all the right things, but it's the wrong time. So now you gonna get upset. You gonna get some of their energy because you tried to pour into them, but they cup, nigga, they was full already. They cup was turned over. They like, I don't want your help right now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You just need to shut up and be here.
Yeah.
You know, and we gotta just, you know, use our discernment to understand, you know, the timing of everything. You know, everything falls in alignment. You know, so you have to just catch.
Can you talk about breathing? I forget, is it called diaphragmatic?
Diaphragmatic breathing.
Diaphragmatic.
Yeah.
Say that 3 times fast. Breathing. What is that?
Well, it's different type of methods to do the diaphragmatic breathing. You know, it's pretty much your breathing with your stomach, moving with your gut, right? So it's something called like the box breathing method, where you inhale through your nose, hold it for 4 seconds, then you exhale, hold it for 4 seconds, and then you inhale in your nose from your stomach, like hold it for 4 seconds, you release it out your mouth for 4 seconds, and you do that for a few minutes, right? And it'll calm you down.
I already feel more calm.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And you know, cause what people don't know is your gut is your first brain, right? Even when you look at this is a science. When you look at an embryo and it develops from the stomach out, right? So a lot of things come from your stomach. You know, your brain, your heart, these things come from your gut. So your gut is your first mind, then your heart is your second mind, your brain is your third mind. Most of the blood that you have is inside your gut. You know, your spirit, your soul, your key, your energy is in your stomach. So that's why the old saying, whenever people get pissed off, man, just breathe, bro. You need to take some deep breaths. You know what I'm saying? Like it's always been like a little thing to do, but people just thought it was like, man, just go out there and just take a chill pill. No, when you really breathe, it calms your nervous system down. It slows your heart rate down. You know, because when you get upset, you get the pumping. Your heart is pumping. You got to calm it down.
Just breathe, but breathe the right way. Don't just breathe. Breathe
Right. Because it's 2 ways to breathe. You can breathe through your chest.
Yeah.
It has nothing to do with your gut, right? It's a normal breathing. When you're intentional with your breathing, you breathe from your gut. Now, I learned that through like meditation. Doing meditation, going to yoga classes and stuff like that. That's what they focus on. You know, you either can do like, they call them fire breaths, where you just breathe out real fast, right? You know what I'm saying? That also, that boosts your energy. You know what I'm saying? It might get you hot. You know, I forgot what his name. I think it's the Windhoff method. I think that's his name. He talk about it all the time on his YouTube channel. I think it's the Windhouse method. I gotta find it and I'm gonna send it to you. And he focuses a lot on dragon breaths, box breathing and everything like that. And he'll be in a snow, no shirt on, no shorts on, just some boxers. And he be like, man, let me show you how to warm yourself up. I'm gonna show you how to do dragon breaths. So your breath is your life. You a big anime fan?
I'm not.
Okay. You watch Dragon Ball Z?
No.
Okay. So in Dragon Ball Z, they have this energy. They have this kai that they bulk up. And they scream. And, you got the flames come around them. That's their energy. That's their key. That's what we do when we control our breath. The power of your breath is life. Breath is always life. So if you're not taking deep breaths or being intentional with your breath or breathing from your gut, you're only breathing from your chest, you're not really pumping the blood throughout your system like it needs to be, because breath, your breathing and your breath is what helps the blood flow. You know what I'm saying? So the more you control your breaths and be aware of your breath, not only are you extending your life, but you're also healing yourself. Because your diaphragmatic muscle is one of the key muscles to digest food. You know what I'm saying? So if you're not doing breathing exercising, are you really digesting your food? Are you really moving your food through your gut? Not right now. Yeah. See, he about to get some pineapple.
It's great.
Yeah.
I'm very grateful that your son has the influence. And even people listening or watching, I'm hoping that they can just kind of take some tips away to just take matters into your own hand and live a healthier life, a more fulfilling, a more stable life, and just kind of share that with their communities too. I think it's just important to spread.
Yeah, for sure. And share it amongst each other. Get into the holistic community. Not saying I'm an outsider. I don't really like bump shoulders and just network like I need to, because I be so skeptical of people, and their intentions and what they really, because I really love helping people. Like, that's what I love to do. Yeah. And you got some people that use the culture and the community. They use it for monetary gain. They use it for the money. They use it to get women and things like that. And don't get me wrong, we all fall victim to it before, but once you get to a certain level, you have to choose your side. You have to choose, do I want to be this type of person, or do I really want to heal and help the community? Me healing and helping the community, I got to have discipline, right? I got to have discernment. I have to know that people trust me with certain information. So if I'm using the information just to get inside your head or control you, just because you don't have the knowledge like I have the knowledge, right? Am I really doing what I'm supposed to do? I'm not, so I don't really do a lot of networking events. I said I'm gonna start, I have, started to get out there a little bit more with certain people, but it's just that sometimes the community is just messed up. People are very selfish with their thoughts and their actions. And if they can get over on people, they will. And a lot of people have got over on me. A lot of people have charged me for certain things, and I've been like, okay, I pay it, but when you asked me for a favor, I didn't charge. I didn't ask for a favor. When you just looked out, you know what I'm saying? Now I'm asking you to look at it, and it's not the same thing. I understand. I'm gonna give you a paper, but I do understand that it's not gonna be reciprocated all the time. You know what I'm saying? Just because they, they're skin folk, they ain't kin folk. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, just because we are in the same field. 'Cause I do believe in the bartering system. It's a couple people I mess with, like the fruit caves. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, I love fruit caves. Yeah. Shout out fruit caves. Mm-hmm. Fruit caves are regular.
Yeah. He's a pretty good dude. So it's a couple people that I like to bump shoulders, rub shoulders with, just to get some knowledge and information. Because I'm a student at heart. Yeah.
Master student, right?
Yes, a master student, man. I love to get in the room and just get quiet and just be like, nah, I want to listen. Yeah. Because when I'm around people that got more insight that I have, I don't get jealous. I don't get Well, I know more than that. Well, I'm gonna tell you what I know.
Right.
Now I'm gonna sit back and listen. Like, man, nah, I need to know whatever you're gonna give me. I'm gonna take it, and I got my notes ready. You know.
Be humble and learn.
Yeah, for sure,
Right?
for sure.
You can always learn.
You have to be open to it because there's so much information out here, and we can't have all the information. Let's go back to religion. You know, you got different holy books. You know, so who's to say one holy book is right? You know, God had to spread this information. Now, if He only put it in one book, you know how powerful that one book would be. You know how many people that wouldn't read it just because they don't look like me. I don't believe in it. I don't speak that language. So He had to spread it amongst many cultures. And the only way to spread it across many cultures is put it in different books, different wordings, different languages, different colors, different type of deities you can look up to. Oh, well, he look like me. Well, he don't look like me. Well, he look like me, so I think I'm gonna go with him. You know what I'm saying? You got the white Jesus, you got the black Jesus. You know, you got different type of concepts, and they all are the same thing. You got some people believing, well, you know, I'm Catholic. I believe in Mary. I don't believe in Jesus like that. I believe in this. I don't believe in that like that. So you got different aspects around the board, but they're all saying similar to the same things. You know, so there's different outlooks on things. You know, you have to be a student. You know, you got to be a sponge.
Absolutely.
Your brain got to be a sponge for sure.
Ride through your city, cheapin' on that propane. We got hoes and we got dope, just like the domain.
The last thing I want to ask, because I don't really know a lot about, is it BAK Enteratinment or BAK?
Yeah. It's back in the
BAK Enteratinment. I know you're a musician, right?
Yeah.
So I've seen that you have a music video. I know you have a Spotify channel, YouTube. So you and another gentleman. Right?
Yeah. He's like my man. It's like my brother, man. Shout out to Loso. You know, we've been knowing each other since like second grade, man. Like he's one of my friends that stayed around. Like he stayed around very. Oh man, you can't buy loyalty like that. Like you can't buy. Like we've been through some stuff, man. He has been, you know, unchanging. He stick by my side, right or wrong. I can be dead ass wrong, and you know he gonna stick up for me on the front end, on the back end he gonna pull me. But you know that was messed up, and he gonna tell me what, like unfiltered. He gonna tell me what I need to know, even if I'm in the wrong. He gonna let me know, you know. So that's like. Yeah, man, like he the only person that can come over my mama's house without me being there, and he can just chill, and I'll pull up like, man, how long you been here? Like that type of thing, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, he's my that's my partner in crime. That's my best friend, my right hand man. He do more music than I do now, you know, cause I'm so busy with the business. Yeah. But music has always been my passion. You know, I love, and the reason why I started making music was because of him. Like he was doing it first. I was more so like, you know, I was just like, nah, I just want to like let y'all right. Him and another close friend of ours, you know, they was the forefront. You know, I came up, I can say I came up with the word BAK, but I came up with the acronym. BAK was something that my big brother Stefan, he passed 2 years ago. He came up with it. So BAK was just like something that he said, like they just say. We going to eat, you know what I'm saying? He like, man, yeah, that shit BAK. I like that. So BAK is just like a strong yes. That's like a for sure. I agree with that. You know, so yeah, that's BAK. I'm with it. You know, I agree with that. I love it. If you see a chick that's fine, you're like, man, she BAK. You know what I'm saying? Like she BAK. So it just means just like I like that. If you see something you don't like, that ain't BAK. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, you do what? You know what I'm saying? You be hitting on women, you ain't BAK, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like it's something like that. So. He was the originator of it, and when I started hearing him say it, I'm like, man, what is that? And he explained it like how you explained it, how I just explained it to you, and then I was like, let's go deeper with that, bro. You know what I'm saying? I like that BAK, so let's just put acronyms to it. So I came up with BAK, you know what I'm saying? Born a King, right? And then I came up with another one because BAK is just full of knowledge, so we say brothers acknowledging knowledge. Wow. So that's what those are the two meanings behind it, you know. So it is like a movement as far as music, but it's more so a positive movement into expanding the knowledge. So what we doing right here is what you call BAK. It's brothers acknowledging knowledge. We want to acknowledge the knowledge. We putting it out there. So what happened is I'm gonna take what you tell me, and I'm gonna hold it. You take what I tell you. You hold it. So let's just say you go to your friends, right? And you may be talking to your friends, and they might be going through some stuff, and you remember something that I said and be like, and you regurgitate it, and you tell them what I told you, right? And then they'll take it in like, damn, bro, I like that. they'll take it to their friends, and they'll say it that way, and it just spreads, right? Brothers acknowledging knowledge. It's spreading the knowledge. You know, each one teach one, reach one. So if I can tell you something that you can take with you as a jewel and put it in your pocket, and you give it to somebody else, and then they just keep them on expanding it, that's what BAK is. You know, so just pretty much just you know, having knowledge and wisdom and spreading it out, and also learning from it. So that's like the guts of it. Now music is behind it, but it's just something that I don't fully push like how I used to, because I used to want to be a musician. Like I just want to be an artist, but I found and I only want to be a musician because of my voice. I felt like I wanted people to hear me. You know, I felt like I had something to say.
Yeah.
So now I have other platforms to say things on. I was like, well, you know, I really don't need the music. And then the music industry, that's another subject, but I don't want to be a part.
You can have a whole episode.
Yeah, I don't want to be a part of the music industry. You know what I'm saying? Just full of just corrupt stuff that I don't want to be a part of. Like I listen to the music, but I don't let it get in my spirit, because I'm not a fan of anybody that's in the music industry. You know what I'm saying? I think all of them are, you know, they do things that I don't agree with. You know, I feel like all of them are destruction to the community. I feel like everything we listen to is not beneficial to our life, not even the frequency. You know, when you start looking at the science of music and the frequency that it holds and the frequency that it pushes out, you know, it don't resonate with your spirit. So I like listening to like old school R&B and, you know, funkadelic and, you know, Isley Brothers, you know, Earth, Wind and Fire, you know, like people that put intention into their music, because you don't have people in there really creating instruments, creating music with real live instruments and passion. You got a computer, you got a beat machine. So there's not too many authentic musicians putting out frequencies that you can resonate with. Yeah. So I might listen to it just for like a turn up, or listen to it to like I'm gonna give me riled up real fast, just because I like, you know, I'm a cultural person, so I like to vibe out a little bit, but not for a second. I let it get in my spirit. You know, if I'm in a bad mood, I don't even listen to music. You know, especially on no rap, because I'm already there. So if I put some frequencies to my pissed off mood, oh man, I ain't gonna never come down.
Amplify.
Yeah, so I go listen to some R&B. I listen to some frequencies. I love guitars. Some guitars, pianos, flutes, some cellos, just instruments. You know, it kind of like relaxing me, woosah. Or I go into nature. I ride with my window down, let the wind blow. You know, look at the scenery. I get away from music. You know, I control music. I don't let it control me.
You are absolutely an authentic dude.
Thank you.
Because, I mean, you are not only spreading positivity through your juice and your message, but also through your involvement in music. Yeah. And you remind me of, I don't know, are you familiar with Jadena and Wonderland? It's like Janelle Monáe's. So Janelle Monáe has this group.
I don't know who she is.
So she has artists, and I feel like they give me the same vibes as that. And I love Jadena, and I love all the artists under their label. But they're humble folks, and I feel like when I listen to their music, I can feel the authenticity. Yeah. And it's always positive. There's never destruction, and there's never any pettiness in the messaging. A lot of times you hear arrogance too in some of the music. It's like, oh, like I got this, and you know. Yeah. So I just feel like it's humble, authentic, and that's I guess similar vibe.
Appreciate it, bro. I appreciate that. They sound like, you know, one of my favorite artists is, you know, I love Bob Marley. You know, Bob Marley is one of those. Oh man, he's very powerful. You know, he's very powerful, and then I can see it. He's so powerful that you can see it in his children, right? The Skip Marleys, the Damian Marleys. I love listening to their music because it's just so peaceful, you know. Something like they got a music. It's a song called, I think it's Damian Marley, and I think it's Wizkid. It's called Bless, and that song, it touches me every time I listen to it. It's like I have no worries. I can be going through a messed up day, and I'd be like, it don't even matter. Like, bring it on. I'm just you know, what's success without sacrifice? You know, what's pain without glory? I gotta walk through the flame. If I have to be the one to take the bullets, so the people behind me don't have to take it, they have the easy route, that's what I'm here for, because it happens to me. A lot of people say, you know, our culture wouldn't survive during the slavery days, right? We wouldn't. Our ancestors and forefathers had to take that bullet. They took it, so we didn't have to take it. You know, not even just I ain't talking about I ain't even talking about the whip slavery. I'm talking about in the 60s, in the 70s, in the 80s. You know what I'm saying? This is fairly new. We didn't have to get sprayed by water hose. You know, we didn't have to get put in concentration camps. We didn't have to ride on the back of the bus. We skipped all that. And the only thing we got to deal with now is just, you know, they messing with our water. You know, they messing with our food. They tampering. But as far as us, they messing with our money. You know, and outside our homes, we don't have to go through anything physical as of yet. Hopefully, we don't revert back to it, but we don't have to go through physical. You know, so if I have to take little bullets because my forefathers and ancestors took big bullets for me, I don't mind walking through the flames so my kids and their kids don't have to go through that. You know what I'm saying? I don't mind doing it because it's bigger than me. I'm only here for a short time, right? But this short time, I gotta make a strong impact because when I leave, I still got seeds of mine and generations and bloodlines of mine that have to continue to walk. So if my father named me Marcus Garvey, and I knew who Marcus Garvey is, how many bullets he took, and I'm named after him, he was already predestined. I didn't have a say so in that. I didn't come out saying, "Man, I don't want my name to be that." You know what I'm saying? It was predestined, so I have to live up to it. It ain't no ifs, ands, or buts. I can go the wrong way. Don't get me wrong. I can do some messed up stuff, but that's a short story, right? I was in the streets pretty bad, you know, and 2 incidents happened to me like back to back, and it kind of awakened me, and it scared me. Like it scared me straight. Like a lot of people who evolve in the streets, they might not show any fear. These 2 situations scared the shit out of me. The first one is one of my friends ended up robbing me at gunpoint, right? But he robbed me in front of my mama's house. So I'm in the house, you know, I'm doing shit I wasn't supposed to do at my mama's house anyway. I was selling drugs, right? And one of my close friends came. One of the dudes, I've been knowing him since pre-K, you know what I'm saying? He came in, you know, me and him talking, and I think I told him, no, before he even came over, we on the phone, and he was like, "Yeah, man, I'm coming over to get some handlebars. I'm coming to get some bars." And I'm like, "All right, cool, bro. I'm at the house. I just got a messed up feeling, you know what I'm saying? Like, I think my day is not gonna go well today. You know what I'm saying?" And I told him this, I was at work going home, and he was like, "Bro, you know how you be tripping sometimes," because I'm like, I used to be very paranoid. Like, I always felt that, you know, somebody was watching me, somebody was after me. Like, I always felt like I had like something going on. It's just because my spirit, I wasn't moving right. Yeah. So, you know, my spirit was kind of just letting me know that, you know, you're not doing what I tell you to do. You're not doing what you're supposed to do in this lifetime. So I'm gonna make it very uncomfortable for you to sit here and act copacetic. I don't care how much money you getting. I don't care how many women you got. I don't care what you got going on. If you think it's good, I'm gonna make you feel that something's going on every time. So this particular day, it was just strong in my spirit, like heavy. And I said, "Bro, it's so strong, bro, that I'm about to go home and go to sleep. Like, I don't want to see nobody." You know what I'm saying? I ended up coming home, going to one of my friends' house, and we chopping up, we talking. And I knew I was off because he's a humble dude, like very, you know, neutral, very non-confrontational, very just like, he just want to come and chill. But he used to make beats. I used to go over to his house. We used to make beats together. I used to freestyle, make some music, whatever the case is. So I went over there because he had some beats for me. And I'm listening to the beats. I was like, "Bro, to be honest, man, I don't want to be over here. Like, I feel like, I don't know if it's you that's about to do something to me. I just feel like I feel bad today, bro. So I gotta get you, no, bro, I just told you no."
You thought you might change your mind.
Yeah, right. So I leave, I go home. My mom is at home, right? Me and my mom have a good conversation. It's a basketball game coming on. It's a playoff season. And, you know, I roll up, go smoke, you know what I'm saying? And I decided to do a bar, right? But the thing about me is if I do bars, I'm going to sleep. I'm not going out. I don't want to be around nobody. I'm doing this shit to go to sleep and be gone for, you know, be knocked out for a couple hours. So I'm already preparing myself to have a chill day. Friend called me again, said, "I'm about to pull up on you." I said, "Cool, but I'm chilling at the house. I ain't going nowhere. I'm relaxing." He said, "Hey, man, I'm just coming just to holler at you, just go and go." So he came out, he came by, he came in the house. No, I was asleep. And it knocked me out like within like 15, 20 minutes. I was out of there. And 9 times out of 10, 99% of the time when I'm asleep, my mama's not gonna wake me up. because she always say you need your sleep. You'll never get enough sleep. So when you sleep, I'm never like it been phone calls out of the midst. I'm like, man, why you wake me? You heard my phone? She's like, I'm not gonna wake you up. This particular day, she woke me up. Like I don't know, she woke me up. So I knew that was my first time. Like, damn, something's off. He came in, we chopped it up for a little bit. He said, you good now, bro? And I did. I felt better. I was like, well, I do feel better, bro. I think I was just chilling. I just needed a little nap. So I walked him outside, right? And soon as we walked outside, it was a car passing, right? And the car looked, they stopped like on a dime, like they stopped. It was like, hey, I got some. So my partner looked at me. You know what I'm saying? I looked at him and he was like, shit, I'll wait for you, bro. You know what I'm saying? You got to go serve him. I'll be right here. So rule number one is they see me come out the house, right? So that should have been automatically hell no. But I knew the passenger. Like I knew the dude in the passenger seat. So I was like, oh, I ain't tripping because I know him from around the corner. You know, so I know him from the block. He know me. So we shouldn't have no issue. I said, I bet. I go in the house, grab whatever he asked for, came back out. You know, my partner was like, when I came out, my partner on the phone with his girl, and they arguing. And he like, man, nah, man, I'm chilling with Capo right now. You know what I'm saying? Woo to woo. So I was like, I know how they get into it sometimes. And, you know, he be in her car. You know, one of them situations, he be in her car. He's like, man, come pick me up from work. I'm like, man, go pick her up, bro. Cause you know how she be tripping, bro. Go and pick her up. She's like, nah, I'm going to chill here with you. I said, you ain't got to. You know what I'm saying? I'm good. You just go. He left, walk up to the dude's car. Right when I walk up to the car, the feeling came back. I was like, fuck. So I'm talking to the dude in the passenger seat, but he's acting like he don't know me. Like I'm like, hey, what's up with it, bro? Yeah, hey. He's just like, yeah, bro, I'm good. So I was like, yeah, something off. You know, the drive, I didn't know him. There's a dude in the back seat. So they said, man, come in the back seat. Get in the back seat with me. So we can, you know, talk. I'm like, nah, I ain't gotta get in the car. You know what I'm saying? Like we can talk right here. So we chopping it up, and that was my red flag. Them trying to get me in the car. I'm like, man, you act like I don't know. It's child locked in the back of the seat. So you know, if I don't want to get out, if I can't get out, I can't get out. So I never like nah, man, you know, woo. They said, well, shit. Long story short is like I brought out like some BS weed. You know what I'm saying? Like it wouldn't really want no top grade weed. You know what I'm saying? Cause they just asked what I had. So I brought out the worst shit I had. And he looked at it and he said, oh damn, this Kush. And in my head, I'm like, this back in the day when like we was selling corn and Kush. So I was like, that nigga tripping. It ain't no Kush. He don't know what he doing, or he trying to rob me. You know, he's trying to see how much I got. Cause he asked for like, I think like a ounce or something like that. He went from an ounce to a pound in one conversation. So I was like, nah, I ain't got none of that. You know, that's all I got. That's it. That's all. He said, all right, man, well, shit, you know, I'm good on it. I said, I bet. Walked in the house, called it a day. I was like, man, my day is lovely. It's good. It's cool. I rolled me up a blunt. I said, you know what? I'm going to smoke this blunt outside. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because it was feeling good outside. Kids playing outside and stuff. I go outside, fire up a blunt. I'm smoking. 5 minutes in my smoke session. The dude that was in the passenger seat that I knew, I see him walking up. So I'm in my head, I'm like, what the fuck is going on? He walked right past me. Like, he didn't even look at me. He walked right past me. So I'm so busy, my eyes on him. By the time I turned around, it's another dude coming. He ended up stopping. Like, I'm right here. He stopped by where the lizard tank at. Yeah. He just stopped right there. So I looked at him. I seen a pistol on him. I'm about to go in the house. I seen a pistol. I said, oh, yeah, it's time to go. Soon as I made my way back this way, the other dude was coming back, like, gun already in my face. So I was like, oh, shit, they got me. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I kind of like ran out like me. I can, whatever y'all can get, grab, go ahead and grab it. So they took my phone. They took the blunt I was smoking on. They took the weed out my pocket. They took my money. Like, they just, you know, they running it. So I'm like, y'all can have it. You know what I'm saying? Like I ain't doing no tripping off that. And the dude looked at me. He was like, nah, I know you. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, this whole time. Like, I know you, bro. You know what I'm saying? So I know you got something else. Matter of fact, let's go in the house. So I was like, to be honest, bro, like, we ain't going in the house. Yeah. And whatever y'all gonna do, y'all gotta do it right here, right now. Yeah. You know, and the dude, you know, he pulled the trigger and the gun jammed. You know what I'm saying? Because you can see the bullet inside of it and it jammed. And he looked at it. Like, he did a reaction like, you know, he cocked it and he dropped one bullet flew out. The other dude, he drew. My mama came outside. She came outside, they scattered, you know what I'm saying? And my mama, she was on the phone with my granny, and she was just looking like, and she just turned around, she grabbed her gun, and she chased them. So she chased them. I chased her. I'm like, no, cause I'm thinking like, I know we ain't got to do it right here, right now. You know what I'm saying? Like whatever. So that situation happened. You know, thing of like 5 months later. You know what I'm saying? I'm driving in my car and I had like one of the worst wrecks ever, cause I think I fell asleep. You know what I'm saying? I'm driving. I think I dozed off behind the wheel. And as I'm dozing off, my dream is me having a wreck. Like I'm dreaming of me having a wreck, but it's like this old lady. This is my dream. She's walking across the freeway. I stopped, right? I stopped to not hit her. And when I stopped, she looked at me and she waved. And a car hit me from behind, and my car ended up crashing into her. It's like right in my dreams where I crashed into her, I woke up. As I'm waking up, I'm going 80 miles per hour to a wall, right? So when I tried to brake, my car spent, it hydroplaned, and it just boom, crashed into the wall, knocked me unconscious. You know what I'm saying? I came to, I don't know how long I was out of it, but when I came to, my car was shaking, like it was shaking like it's about to blow up, and I got nervous, so I just run in the middle of the street, forget I'm on the freeway. So cars passed me by, whatever the case is, and this one car, she pulled over to the side. So she was like, come here, are you okay? I saw the whole thing. It's like your car, she said my car was doing this. So she said I was weaving throughout traffic. So in my head, I'm like, no, I wasn't, I was asleep. Like I'm saying, like, how the hell did I get her? Like, she said, man, your car was doing this, and all of a sudden it just stopped and went toward the wall. So she telling me this, I'm still just trying to wrap my head around what happened. I'm like, cause not even my car, I wrecked, you know what I'm saying? The chick I was talking to at the time, it was her car. So I'm like, well, I done wrecked this girl's car. She about to have a fit. Like, I'm just thinking this, not even thinking about just life. And she just breaking everything down to me. So when I looked at her face, she kept on asking me, do you got something in the car? Do you got something in the car? I said, nah, lady, I ain't got nothing in the car. She was like, yes, you do. You got something in the car, go get it. So I looked up and looked at her. The same lady that was in my dream, it was her.
No way.
The same, both
That's the same lady.
The same lady. So
Wow.
I'm like, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? Like my head is messed up. She's like, man, go to the car, get whatever's in the car, and bring it to me. My phone dead at the time, right? Like I said, I don't know how long I was out. My phone dead. It was 2 days after my birthday. So I got nothing but liquor in the car, right? Because I'm supposed to go drink with my dad. I'm sober at the moment. Like I had, it's like 9 o'clock in the morning where I had the wreck. So I go to the car, I get the bottles. She said, man, I already called the police. They on the way. Her put this in the, she had like bags full of like Tupperware. I already said, put it in the bag. You know what I'm saying? Make sure they don't get it. I keep it for you till they get her. So I'm like, man, I'm sorry. She said, no, not her. Use my phone. Call somebody. So in my head, I'm like, how the hell she know my phone dead? I called my mom, right? And my mom heard my voice, and I didn't even tell her. Like, sometimes this shit get me emotional when I talk about it. I didn't even say nothing to my mom. I just say, mama, and she just got to crying. Wow. Like, she bust out crying. She said, you had a wreck? So I'm like, yeah. And she said, Marcus, I fucking had a dream last night that you had a wreck and you crashed and you died. Mm-hmm. My granny had the same dream the night before, right? Mm-hmm. My sister had the same exact dream that I crashed into the wall. Like I was committing suicide. She said, man, in my sister's dream, I was committing suicide and I crashed. I ran into the wall and killed myself. You know what I'm saying? So when she crying over the phone, I'm like, I'm like, I'm still not wrapping my mind because it's just so unreal to it. So I'm on 20. I stopped up the whole 20 is packed, like backed up. So I see one car, they get out of traffic, they pull over to the side. It's my cousin. She 9 months pregnant at the time, right? 9 months pregnant. And she's walking, big belly, she's walking towards me. Yeah. And I'm telling her, like, nah, I'll go back, I'll come to you. And she's just like, fuck what you talking about? I'm coming to give you a hug. She said, man, this whole time I've been in traffic, I've been in traffic for about 15 minutes. I knew that it was you. I knew it was you. The ambulance got there. The ambulance got there with the fire department. When they went to my car, they got away from the car. They came back, put on some equipment to cut off my car and to throw like, they threw like salt, they threw something on it. And they came to me and they was like, you know, this is a miracle. You know, your car supposed to blow up. So they got to explaining like the wires that was crossed, the amount of oil that was dripping on these fires. It was supposed to, I mean, the amount of oil that was dripping on the wires, it was supposed to catch fire and blow up. They said then within 5 minutes, you supposed to blow up, and it didn't. So I don't know what you do. You know what I'm saying? But, you got to thank God for this one. So I said, all right, man. My mama got there. She hugged the lady like she knew her. You know what I'm saying? I get to the house. I open up. My mom used to keep like different type of motivational, spiritual books around the house. So every time I'm feeling down, I pick up one, flip to a random page, and I just read whatever page and land on. At the same time, I got to the house. It was a quiet ride home because my mama was so just thankful. She was like, man, I'm glad that you're here. You know what I'm saying? Fuck that car. Fuck whatever you got to go through with the car and with whoever, you got your life. Yeah. So I said, all right. I went to the house, opened up the book. The first page of that book, the first sentence was, I'm not done with you yet. The first sentence. So it's like that, those two life-changing experiences 6 months from each other. Cause on the spiritual tip, when somebody dies, another person is born, right? And in deep occult knowledge, when the devil is trying to get to you, you know what I'm saying, or when the evil's trying to get to you, they like to embarrass you in front of people, right? Like they like to showcase your humiliation. So if you die and you die on camera, that was the devil trying to humiliate you in front of the public. You know what I'm saying? It's like a ritual, damn near. That's why in the music industry they say, well, you sacrificing people. That's the hidden dark secret about it, because the devil like to embarrass you. That's why actors wearing dresses. You put on a dress, you part of the clan. They like to embarrass you. You know what I'm saying? So when my cousin was 9 months pregnant inside the car wreck, that was like a sign that the devil was trying to capture me. You know what I'm saying? And put me on, trade me out for my little cousin's life, because she was 9 months pregnant. Yeah. She had the baby the next month. You know what I'm saying? So when I sit back and look at that, that's what makes me, we go back earlier to what we was talking about, that what keeps me motivated as far as me changing as a person. Me becoming, positive and motivational, and me taking life a little bit serious, because I was shown that my life was going to get cut to the short. And what made me bring this up was we was talking, I was like, if I don't use my powers for good, then I won't be around. Yeah. So I think the grace that saved my life that particular time is because I've always been this type of person. I've always been a giver. I've always been a lover, even when doing bad things. Yeah. So that just showed me that you're not meant for no street life, bro. Not because you ain't the hardest, not because you scary. It's because I got better things for you. And if you use your power to manipulate people, right, and you had them joining gangs and gang banging and knowing they're going to listen to you, I don't need another gang leader. I need another leader for the people. Yeah. Because imagine if Huey P. Newton was a gangbanger. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like it would be hell on earth, right? But he was a leader of the Black Panther Party. And even though the Black Panther Party is not active today, the role that they led, the blueprint that they left for us to follow is impeccable. They say, hey man, we don't need gangs to control our neighborhood. The dope dealers didn't sell drugs in the Black Panther Party community in their area. They had to move. And all due respect, they do not have to fuck with the Black Panther Party. You know what I'm saying? Because how militant they was, how wise they was, how loving and caring they was of the community, and how strong and powerful they was. So I take that and I run with it, because my brother used to tell me, he was like, bro, use your power for evil. You too smart to be in the streets. You too smart to be trying to gangbang, bro. You got too many people that follow you. Now you're going to lead them to a path of destruction, because I have a couple of my partners done passed. Like a lot of them done passed, and some of them, I didn't have I didn't show them the right type of image. A lot of them, I fit into it versus telling them not to do it. I was like, man, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? And some of them not here today. Not saying it's because of that, but if I would have told them certain things, they probably wouldn't went down that path so easy. So yeah, I take what I do serious. All the way around.
Thank you for sharing those two stories. I feel like the key word that sticks out to me with both those stories is connected. Yeah. I feel like everyone, there was a connection with your mom and you in the first story, and then of course with all your family members who had that dream, and even yourself in the second story. Yes. And you are blessed, and I'm glad that you made it out of both those situations. And
Thank you, brother.
Yeah, man. I mean, and honestly, I feel like I needed to hear this today because, and hopefully other people who are watching or listening who are going through something, and just it really does put things into perspective.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I feel like a lot of our listeners, we obviously are called annoying vegans.
Yeah.
We make choices in our lifestyle of what we consume and what we, I guess, like portray and the type of message that we spread. And I feel like this is encouraging us in a sense to spread that message in a positive way.
Right.
Like how you do and how you spread positivity, as a result of what you were going through, and in the ways you do it through juice and sometimes through music and just in raising your son. And I think I would just encourage everybody who's listening to walk through your mission in that same way, instead of just like berating somebody for not thinking the same way as us or not walking life the same way as us. Like we can, like you were saying, you're not trying to change people's minds. You're just trying to change the way they think about.
Yeah, certainly. Give them another avenue to think, because sometimes we be so distracted by what we go through that we don't have time for alternate thinking. Like, let me step back and think about this a little bit more. And men in relationships taught me that too, because when you're dealing with another person, especially a woman, or whatever, you're dealing with another person outside of yourself, that y'all don't have the same foundation. Y'all didn't grow up the same. You have to make adjustments.
Yeah.
Like no relationship is perfect, but it can perfectly evolve, right? If y'all get to understanding each other, okay, I know when she's acting like this make her mad. Or I know when she's doing this she don't like that. So how can I adjust to what I do, but still be true to myself, right? It's about giving and taking. It's the same thing with everyday life. Same thing with your thoughts. Sometimes what you thinking is not because you thinking that. Maybe somebody told you to think that, and that's what you're running with. You running with what somebody taught you how to think. Now you like, okay, well, how else do I think? Breathe.
Yeah. Yeah. Breathe correctly.
Exactly.
Breathe correctly.
Let your mind settle and then come back to the drawing board or write it out. Like I tell people all the time, if you go about what you think all the time, imagine what your mind think, right? Have you ever just sat in a room and whatever you thought, write it down? No matter what it is, write whatever your thoughts down. By the time you finish with that one page and you look at it, you'll be like, what the fuck is going on with my mind? You know what I'm saying? Because your mind goes 100 miles per hour, right? You have to slow your mind down and say, nah, you thinking that, but that's not true. You know how many times I might have a messed up thought? I might see a kid riding a bike and I'd be like, boy, it'd be funny as hell if this nigga fall. You know what I'm saying? Like, boy, I bust out laughing. You know what I'm saying? Not all the time, you know what I'm saying? But just like a thought that you have, or you might see an old lady walking, and you be like, damn, what if she tripped? Or what if a car jumped the hand? Like, you might think some messed up stuff in your head, right? But that don't mean that's the right thing to say. You ain't gonna say it out loud.
Right.
You ain't gonna speak on it. You'll be like, I'll be tripping.
And sometimes people think that, and then it happens. And that's wild,
Exactly.
right?
Yeah,
Like, why did that just happen? I always think
that's how powerful you are. Right? You know what I'm saying? But to say that your mind is not to be trusted at all times. Sometimes you have to tell your mind what to think. You just can't let it run rapid. You can't let your mind, you got to tell it like, nah, you tripping.
And like you were just saying, we can't let what they're telling us to think control how we always think. If you think a certain way because that's what you were told, then I think we could all reevaluate. Like we could all just kind of like, I don't know, challenge ourselves. Every single day. Like, why do I think this way? Could I think a different way? Or why do they think differently than me?
Exactly, bro. It's just taking a step back, and just assessing things, just taking back, looking at it from a different perspective. You got the ant perspective. Ants only can look left and right. They can't look up and down. So their perspective of their world is very minimum versus the eagle. The eagle sees everything. It soars over everything. So its perspective is way different from the ants. It knows how to move. It knows what's going on over there, what's going over there, because its perspective is everywhere. It has an open mind, right, versus a limited way of thinking. So we just have different perspective of different things. Sometimes put ourselves in other people's shoes. Like if your anger, your problem might be easy to me, but my problem might be hard to you, right? Or my easy might be hard to you. That'll make my hard even more harder than yours. It's just how I deal with it. right? So I can't sit there and be like, bro, you crying over what? Oh man, you tripping. I wouldn't cry over now, but you would cry over this though. So take that same thought process of you crying over that and him crying over this, and understand it. You know, you ain't gotta to feel it. You ain't gotta be like, I totally get you. Or you ain't really just gotta understand it. Let me take that back. You ain't gotta understand it, but you can see it and you can relate to it. You can show some empathy. You know what I'm saying? Be like, damn, man, I don't know how you feel. I don't get it, but I can see how it's affecting you. And I know that certain things affect me. And if what affecting you, you know, would affect me, I get it. You know what I'm saying? So it's taking a step back. You know what I'm saying? Letting our spirit and our physical body intertwine instead of bumping heads, you know, because they need each other. But if our physical going against our spiritual, then we'll never see what we need to see.
Absolutely. There's been times where I'm like, is it really that big a deal? Yeah. Like when somebody is going through something and like, yeah, it is to them. Yeah. So, you know, we need to understand that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let them have their moment.
Absolutely.
Yes, sir.
Well, man, I could talk to you for 5 hours. Right. I loved this conversation. I appreciate
it, bro.
Sitting down with me. I will put up information in the show notes. Please follow M.
Yeah. I did change my Instagram name. M.Garvey. Yeah, M.Garvey. Garvey is Garvei.
Well, I'll put.
Yeah, he gonna share it. We'll yeah.
Put the notes up on the screen. Yeah. And then WD Mystics is your juice account.
Yes, sir.
And then cap_ENT is your.
Yeah. BAK _ Yeah. That's my music account. Yeah, and that's run by me and my brother. You know, so mainly he run it. You know, I tap in every now and then. You know, but he doing this thing right now, so for sure go follow that page too.
Also link the YouTube channel, the Spotify. Yes, do you have a website for the juice outside of the Instagram?
Yeah. Just wdmystics.com.
Yeah. Okay, and so people can order from there, or they could.
Yeah, either or, cause like when you go on the website, it'll have a link. You can just write me on my an email. You can email me, place your order, or you have any questions, you can do it that way. Or you follow me on Instagram, you can just send me a DM. You can order that way as well.
Anything else like TikTok or?
I TikTok no more. Cause I guess when they said they was getting rid of it, I deleted the app. I ain't the type of brother that sit there and I ain't tripping. Right. I'm saving myself. It's good. Gets me some more space. So I deleted it. And they brought it back. I'm like, oh damn, okay, well I can still promote my juice a little bit. You know what I'm saying? And I went back to try to download it and they ain't letting me. So
a lot of people are dealing with that same problem right now.
Tripping. I ain't doing no tripping at all. Yeah.
Well, be on the lookout potentially for a couple extra flavors. I know you were saying earlier.
This summer, this summer, spring, I'm gonna do like seasonal. I'm gonna do some seasonal flavors.
Awesome.
Yeah. So this summer gonna be live. Yeah, for sure.
All right. Well, I will link everything that people need to know in the show notes so that they can find you. And you said you ship, which is great.
Yeah.
Outside of the DFW area,
you can get it. Just holler at me. Let me know how much you need, and it's done.
All right. Thank you so much, man.
Bro, appreciate you, bro. Always. Yeah.